What? Nobody wanna change.
Yo, what's good everyone? We're back again. What's good? It's Between the Lines. This is your homie Quan.
That's your boy Zeus.
And we are back again with another chapter review of One Piece 1063. Let's get it.
Cool. Straight into the cover story. We see it's still going down in Chocolate Town. We see Cracker's down bad and Brule's in the background crying, and she got a couple things to cry about. It looks like Kuzon's done made it out of there with Pudding. Now, we know that Kuzan is down with the Blackbeard Pirates, but we still don't know what his intentions are and where his allegiances lie properly. So this could be Blackbeard making more moves, or this could be Kuzan making his own plays and setting his own plans in motion. Moving on to the chapter now, we see the Straw Hats featuring Bonnie are there sitting down slumped as they've had their fair share and they've just rinsed out the food machine they found on the island. Atlas, I believe, she makes a comment on this and starts making the moves and guiding them around the island. We see a couple scenes of the technology on the island, and as you scroll down, everyone knows what time it is. Luffy's in that new season. New arc, new drip, new season. We know how it goes. Personally, I think Bonnie's looking the flyest. Jinbei's holding it down, on brand with the dad fit. We see the sun tattoo back on his chest. It's been a couple of days. Glad to see you repping the set again, Jinbei. And we see Chopper and some, classic cute fit. Got myself some more merch.
Talking about Chopper, we also see that Chopper has spotted weird creatures on Vegapunk's island, and he's literally questioning to himself, like, who are they? So there's a speculation going around the fandom that these guys could be Automata, and we first saw Automata in Enel's cover story all the way back in the day. I think it was like an Aeneas lobby when we saw the cover story of Enel, and these guys were introduced with Dr. Tsukimi. So the correlation obviously between Dr. Tsukimi and Dr. Vegapunk is very blatant. Both scientists, both geniuses in their own rights, and both seem to have automata. So we could be finding out more about the moon and what actually Enel done, or what the automata on the moon are actually all about. So we think that that's some really cool foreshadowing that Oda's put in there, and it also shows that Oda is setting up big plot threads throughout the whole arc. We look forward to what's going to come of this, and hopefully we're going to find out some more information about the moon.
Moving on, and Luffy's still got room and he's still eating, but it's looking like Atlas set these up because the food weren't free like she told them, and the police have showed up. Being that we're on Vegapunk's island, they've obviously got another Kuma Pacifista, and they got him in a Robocop vibe. He's also in that new season. Luffy spots Kuma and he's dealt with him before, so as soon as he sees him, he knows what time it is, so he's ready to get active. As Luffy's about to go on the offensive, we see Bonnie intercepts and just throws Luffy off his whole vibe right now. Kuma's beam hits and Luffy's looking at Bonnie like, yo, like, what you doing? Like, yo, he's on us. This is when Bonnie makes it clear to the rest of the Straw Hats that her father, who she was referring to in previous chapters, having been turned into a cyborg, is Kuma, and we see the Straw Hats' reactions. Now, in the later panel, we see the pain that seeing Kuma going through this is really having on Bonnie, and this is where Oda's artistic flair comes into show, because this is a very similar panel to one we saw when Robin was back in his lobby, when Robin was telling the crew that she wants to live. So we know that Oda can get wacky, but he really can, hit those beats and really strike them emotional chords with his paneling. So that panel really hits home, and it's Bonnie just out here, little girl trying to protect her dad, and that's the only thing she's got left. If there's one thing Luffy knows, it's the importance of family and the bonds they hold. So I can see that this really has affected him. He's taken this in, and it's completely thrown him off his game.
Talking about Luffy, we can see that his future sight has progressed immensely, as he was able to pinpoint and actually know what Kuma's going to do before Kuma actually does it, with example that he's going to charge or that he's going to throw a beam out. This just goes to show that Oda's still referencing previous arcs and keeping the story in line with things that happened before in previous arcs, and this just goes to show that Oda's a masterful storyteller, one of the best mangaka of our generation. We see that Kuma's attack literally damages a chunk of the island. Now let's be honest guys, when I was reading this I was thinking, what did they do to get that nigga that mad? Granted, they stole some clothes and ate some food, but to blow up literally a chunk of the island is absolutely ridiculous. Guys, seriously, I don't think the Straw survived that attack. I think they're all dead, including Jinbei. All jokes aside, we can speculate that they're probably alright and that they've probably not taken that much damage. It'd be interesting to see how Bonnie reacts to Kuma being a pacifista and how she's going to interact with the Straws moving forward. We move on to a fight in the New World. A submarine is fighting a pirate ship. Now, we know who these people are, but Suze, what do you think about what's happening right now?
Yeah, man, it's all going down, man down, man down. We see inside the submarine now, all the hot pirates, they're frantically moving around because it looks like there's a leak, and this is when we're exposed to Law, but it ain't the way we've seen Law, this ain't the way we know Law. This is Trafalgar Double D Law. Law's up here looking like a vibe.
Like a bad beat.
We got female Beppo in the back cheerleading, and we got the rest of the Law pirates just straight up losing their heads. They're moving frantic. The genders are being swapped around. Everything's changing. Everything's confusing. They don't know what's going on. But here's where we see Law coming in clutch and keeping his level head. He's used what he's gained from the previous arc with Big Barn, and he's now learned that although this is a devil fruit ability, these can be countered with the use of Haki, which we saw in his battle against Big Mom.
We see that the people actually causing this are the Blackbeard pirates. The core members that we were introduced to in Jaya have all gained devil fruit abilities. Doc Q has been able to gain the sick no Mi, which essentially allows him to cause other or inflict other people with diseases. Van Olga is able to warp anyone and essentially teleport anything, anywhere. I don't know the vicinity, but it seems like he's able to do it over vast distances. And we see that Burgess' troubles of finding the devil fruit have finally paid off, as he's been able to gain the buff fruit and able to essentially increase his strength. The fact that the core members of the Blackbeard pirates all have devil fruits that are in line with the characters and the abilities we have seen from them. Yeah, it's just crazy, and the teamwork that they're able to portray from this chapter alone shows to me that they have actually a bond as a crew, and they are rather effective when they're able to work together against a common enemy, even down to Stronger being granted the mythical horse soaring fruit, model Pegasus. I gotta say, I like the fact that Blackbeard's able to acquire so many fruits within the last 2 years, and it just shows that everything he's actually put his mind to, he can achieve. This gives the feeling that the world was actually moving when the Straw Hats were out training, and shows how dangerous the Blackbeard pirates are when they have a goal in mind. We can also assume that these guys have racked up a body count of like 100 plus the way they're moving right now, hunting down devil fruit users.
For real. And when you deep that, these mythical Zoans are the rarest fruits about, and they're giving it to the mascot, the pet of the crew. So you can just imagine like Blackbeard's handing out these Zoans at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole crew just pulls up and everyone's got a fruit at this point. And yeah, we know the kind of value Blackbeard puts on these fruits. Now, yeah, man, moving on, we're seeing Laws, he's staring down Blackbeard. Blackbeard's sticking on him. He's talking about, we know what Blackbeard's on. Blackbeard's trying to get the poneglyphs off Law. Yeah, like, Law's here, he's smiling, he's all saying, yeah, let's see the winner takes all, but I can't lie, I don't see what you're smiling about, Law. Like, it's not looking good for Law right now. It's law against everyone. It's law against the world.
Hey man, like we say in the UK, if gang pull up, are you gonna back your brethren? Who's gonna back Law? What,
No
Pepper?
Heart Pirates. The No Heart Pirates. Bro, it's not looking good for Law. And I'll be raw, I'm hoping someone shows up. Like, Kobe's still in the picture somewhere. Last time we saw Kobe, we knew that Blackbeard's abducted him. Kobe's not about now. Don't know if he's sitting behind in a cell somewhere or if Blackbeard's carrying him around captive. I don't know. Kobe's still a player in here. They're out in the sea randomly, so we don't know. He may cross someone's path. Might even be another link up with kids. I'm kind of tired of seeing them two, and I, really would like to see them two do their own thing. But right now, anything better than this, and Law can't go out like this.
Zeus, talking about Law and Blackbeard though, there's a panel that shows Law saying, "Same back to you. In this fight, winner takes all." From what we know, Law is the only one with a poneglyph. And we know that Blackbeard was scheming on Big Mom's poneglyph and the one poneglyph that Kaido had. We also could speculate that Blackbeard didn't have the one in Zou, as none of the Minks mentioned Blackbeard ever running up in the territory taking it. So we can speculate that Blackbeard has one of the poneglyphs that the Straw Hats don't. In one of the data books, Road to Laughter, it stated that the last poneglyph that the Straw Hats need is either on Elbaf Island, Fullhead Island, which is Blackbeard's territory, or Vera, which is the island that Nami mentioned 800 chapters ago or so. So the fact that Law says winner takes all suggests that Blackbeard at least has one of the poneglyphs. And like I stated before, he didn't have any of the three that the Straw Hats previously had. So if Blackbeard's able to take down Law, and assuming that Kusan comes back with a poneglyph and pudding, Blackbeard would be the closest pirate to achieve his goal and obtain the One Piece. So hopefully Law doesn't fuck up Luffy's dream for him.
The man's a crook, we've been know this, and it's in that it's looking like he could be the strongest candidate to find the One Piece first. Now, with all this information in mind, where Kuzan's allegiances lie is of a lot of importance at the moment, because if he really is about to take what he's gotten from Hawkins Island back to Blackbeard, then yeah, that's it. The boy's making moves. I don't see anyone who's stopping him right now. Law ain't standing in his way, and yeah, we're about to see Blackbeard pulling up on the One Piece. So a lot of parts at play here. Blackbeard's really making them moves, and yeah, man, we just have to see how it's about to go down.
But the best part of the chapter, there's no break next week. So
yeah.
We're gonna be looking forward to that. Stay tuned. We're gonna come back with more information and more speculation on what's actually gonna happen. But this has been your homie Quan.
It's your boy Zeus.
And you've been watching Between the Lines. Thank you so much. Comment, like, and subscribe, and let us know what you think down below.
Yeah, all of that YouTube stuff. Until next time, keep it 1.